Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the zoo. The minions with me this evening, or minion with me this evening, is Tier,
What up?
traveling exhibit, Carl,
Hey, no.
and as it is once again a Friday, I'm the keeper for this evening, Sanguine. How are both of you doing?
I'm good.
That's good to hear.
Hi, Ted, local bear. I think I might be Jesus.
Oh God. I just at work I had to take a my yearly assessment. Um, and I passed. So, yay.
This is a TSA assessment, so they found out you still can't read, right?
Yeah, sadly.
Okay.
It was an eye exam.
It's okay. Tier can't read at a 4th grade level.
Look. Stop messing with me. I can.
That puts him on the higher end of TSA. He's almost
College
getting
level at
past
that point.
Look. Just because I can't read,
Hey.
don't mean you can make fun of my disability.
I mean, he's
Right.
completely forbidden.
I'm actually complimenting you.
He's completely forbidden from working in Newark.
I'm also
Oh.
completely forbidden from working. No disabled people, so there's no black people at certain jobs.
Oh, I
Yeah.
was saying that you're forbidden
Well.
from working at Newark because if you're smart enough to figure out how a sledgehammer works, I don't think TSA in Newark allows you to be
Down.
employed there.
It's possible. All right, I found this. I'm scrolling through X, and I found this. This is me in the future.
Oh no.
Let me click
Here we
over.
go.
Now it says, "I'm not racist. I have a black friend." The black friend.
Nice.
Somebody said to me that if Jesus is black, heaven is a ghetto. Everywhere black people live is a damn ghetto. Why should I be yelling at the white man? Hell, wasn't for him, we'd all probably be dead from diseases and sickness. Hell, we each other. Wasn't for the white man. The white man built America. You say the slave built America. Don't they cover that lie? I'll slap the taste out of your mouth. You ain't built nothing. Half the time what you did build as a slave, the white man had to whoop your ass with a whoop to get you to do that little bit of work that you did do. It to whoop your ass to get it done. Talking about we built them. You ain't built a damn thing. Don't own a damn thing. None of it. You had Harlem, you threw that away. No, thank God for the white man. Thank God. He built America and some other safe places. Built airlines so you can ride around on.
America.
Built automobiles. Hell, y'all ain't got one nation in Africa have built a car talking that damn talk. The only thing y'all can do is play basketball, run up and down the court like a bunch of double-jointed fools. Somebody said to me that if
See,
Jesus is black,
again, that's the. I'm looking at this like, oh God, that's me in the future.
If Jesus is black, no. Jesus is black because his dad abandoned him when he was a kid.
That's you in the future if your eye doesn't go wonky. If your eye does go wonky, then you're just straight up Uncle Ruckus.
Yeah, I'm praying my eye don't go
Wait.
wonky. Well, I do
Jesus
wear
have
glasses,
sickle-
so
Hey, did Jesus have sickle cell anemia?
I don't fucking know.
But yeah, it's
Oh, that's all the rejected black guy sperm.
Oh God.
Hashtag
But yes,
Monday.
Yeah, but yeah, I agree with everything
sorry.
that man said. No, hands down, no. Yeah,
Tears
Fucking-
just
I don't-
defended he didn't drop any slurs in the process.
yeah. That's why that's the only thing I'm offended by. You know, gotta protect
Don't
the mean,
trust
but
them over there.
you know,
I
I've been
think-
happy with a darkie or
Future Tier is disappointed that current Tier is disappointed that Future Tier is not racist enough.
exactly.
Tier, you just gotta be the only big man you can be.
Look, I put to y'all like this.
We're
I'm a
professionals,
professional
damn it.
racist. I fuck the minor leagues. I wake up each morning and I say at least 15 slurs to start the day.
I say 15 slurs at my goddamn self in the mirror every damn day.
I don't say it to myself. Fuck that shit. I just say them. I wake up. Beep, beep, beep,
You
beep,
wake
beep,
up
beep,
making
beep,
racial
beep, beep,
slurs.
beep, 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 beep. Beep. Because I lost count in between.
Nice.
Well, I mean, you do have a ceiling bird going off, so you're
No, I don't have a ceiling bird.
not
Oh,
right now.
He
All right,
knows
so
how to change a battery.
I do, and I've shown y'all how my house. Because when I've shown
You did.
how my
did.
house is designed and why I hate getting up on that fucking ladder. It terrifies me.
Yeah, we know you're black. You hate heights.
You know what the fuck it is.
You hate heights. You hate the cold.
No, I don't hate heights. I don't mind heights. It's just a precarious. If I fall over that railing, I'm fucked.
True.
And the way my fire alarm, the fire alarm that beeps, the way it's positioned is literally over the fucking fall.
They designed
And I
that
live
on
alone.
purpose.
They did. They probably knew, like, yeah, there's gonna be a darky living here in one point by himself. Let's do that. Let's fuck with him.
How many cops does it take to change a light bulb?
How many?
3.
You want to finish
One to
that
shoot
joke? Or?
It's 3. It's 1 to assess the situation, 2 to shoot the room for being black, and 3 to change the light bulb because it's broke.
Hellcat, my kingdom for a 3-port Ethernet wall jack, and Tia wakes up to the sound of strong fortune. Yes. No. I have to censor because I can't say I'm on Minions. I want to protect the Minion channel. But if we were on my channel, I'd have fucking said it. Gotta protect the Minions channel.
They arrested both for being broke and beat the room for being black.
God damn it. Shit, I'm the guy that's fucking trying to get these darkies arrested. So the crackheads were out. So
Here, you make HP Lovecraft. You're HP Lovecraft's wet dream.
I probably am. The crackheads were behind my house because there's an abandoned building they've been trying to fucking sleep in. Those fuckers burnt down, destroyed my fucking ceiling and made the goddamn fire department kick in my back door. I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed with them. But they out back fighting last night, so I fucking called the police.
The police shot the wrong raccoon.
No, they ain't shoot the wrong raccoon. These racist motherfuckers. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Motherfucking.
We got the wrong suspect.
Fucking crackheads and shit. Sorry for having that rant, Sanguine. I'm trying to be better.
No, he's not.
Fucking darkies. Fucking darkies.
Just gotta hate on him, I know.
But how have you been, Sanguine? You there,
It would
Sanguine?
help if I have my mic unmuted.
Oh, okay.
I've been responding this entire time, thinking that you guys heard me, because there are just long enough pauses for me to get my response out.
You did
But
not
what-
have anything.
Nope. What did you say?
I responded to your "How are you doing?" with "I'm doing grand." I muted up my mic because I'm shaking a bunch of chicken legs in some seasoning and a little bit of oil because I'm going to be having absolutely delicious marinated chicken leg rice bowl.
Nice.
So it'll be very nice. But I'm
I had
getting it
oatmeal.
ready now and letting it sit during the stream, and then I'll actually cook it after stream.
Mm-hmm.
But
It's a good time to let it marinate.
I also said if we want to continue on the topic of bullshit, fraud, and foreigners, effectively, did you guys see the newest Tyler Oliveira?
Where he
Report.
goes to Cali.
There's the Cali one, and then there's the Texas Indian enclave one.
Of fucking
Yeah?
court. All right, this racist opinion incoming. I'm so fucking tired of fucking foreign mother. I want you bitches out. I don't care where you ain't gotta go home, but you gotta get the fuck out of here.
Foreign criminals stealing the job of native-born criminals.
Exactly.
You gotta think it's the Jews.
No, I know it's not the Jews anymore. They're too busy trying to dig tunnels under Manhattan.
God damn. Damn. Right now, and they all conveniently go to their synagogues.
Look, didn't I tell them I'm a professional racist? I like to find those small nuggets.
You're like the Fine Brothers of racism.
But yeah,
Why,
that
thank you.
was
Not
the latest finding from him, California bit, which then was right before the fraud task force was announced.
Mm-hmm.
And that's already doing some good work, which is fucking amazing. But then,
Hell yeah.
okay,
Hold on. I was going to say, I'm going to echo Nuxenor's words. If JD wants my vote, deport Ilhan.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. She needs to be fucking gone. Killing Omar. She can go to fuck herself.
You want my vote? You do that.
well, she
I'll
might have
get
already
locked
done it
in.
to her brother.
That doesn't
Ew.
count. Incest is self-cest.
Look, I'm a live
With how
and let
much
live
that
guy.
family tree doesn't fork, it might be getting pretty damn close, though.
It is. Look, I'm pretty sure it's forced because incest is 75% of all marriages. And you seen the
I mean,
Somalians, right?
Unfortunately.
I thought it was like 60-something for them.
I
Their
believe it was
IQ
70.
is
Sorry, it could be
67.
wrong.
Their average IQ in Somalia is 67.
But you seen the how they look, right? That's
Oh, yeah.
I remember the Habsburg
Agree.
chin. You know
They
the
got the
Habsburgs,
forehead
right?
that looks. Yeah, I remember the Habsburgs. The
Let's do a
family that.
comparison.
Oh god, there's a lot of compare. They're like
You're
the
going to
Hills
pull
of
up the
Eyes.
bananas and rice next to Habsburg, I'm guessing?
I'm gonna try.
It's like the Hills have. It's like the Hills of Eyes and banana and rice.
All right, this one here,
Dear
and then bananas and rice, girl.
There's a lot of overlap there, and that's all considered. That's not. I
Also,
don't think
why
any
do
of
I
that's
feel like that's something that you could get Grok to put in a side-by-side?
I probably can, but you know what? I'm gonna do it the old-fashioned way.
Are you putting it on stream tier?
Yes, hold on. I got to get it at once. Now we're gonna do a side by side, not side by side comparison, but we're gonna alternate the views of the for it. These people are the Habsburgs. I'm pretty sure this is at least 4 or 5 generations into their inbreeding. Notice the chin area here, and the rather distinctive foreheads, or 18
That
heads, if you
protruding
will.
brain forehead.
Now I do believe I could be wrong, but that's done because you have no biodiversity in your fucking gene pool.
No, you do not.
Yeah,
Rodden, there's nothing wrong with frozen
all
pizza. I
kinds
actually
of
like it myself.
recessive shit ends up getting distilled through the family line.
Now I'm gonna swap over to the bananas and rice girl. Now see the bananas and rice girl. Notice that she has a rather
Protruded chin.
protruded chin
Prominent.
and prominent chin. You can see the chin here, and notice the cranial region. Very, you know, I would like to say this for most animals, large cranial regions mean big brains, but
For people,
Baby
that's
rolling around
not-
with a
that's-
coconut.
That's an incest.
now again, I'm going to switch back over to the Habsburgs. There's notice the rather large foreheads, distinctive chins, and Bonanza Rice Girl.
Yep. Also, rotten. Yes, in Islam, incest is very practical.
Common, yeah.
practice.
Also because Mingan's friendly word, non-consensual touching of the genital regions. It's okay.
Yes, in that country, it's okay because the woman enticed you. The woman is the one who does it, and she has to have a trial of like 5 other men to convey that the man was the raper.
Now, this sounds means this sounds like Thursday. What I wanted to say was, Islam is not very compatible with the West.
It's not compatible with the world. Okay, let's just put it that way.
Most Western religions, even the Jews, even with their insular nature, are live and let live.
For the most part, yes. I have actually never had any problems with Jews in my entire life. I just think
never had a problem with you in my life either, and I'm technically considered an honorary member of the tribe. But what I mean to say is,
we knew it, dear. That's
just
why you're
because
racist.
you know of the Black Hebrew Israelites doesn't mean any of that shit's real.
that's right. Nah,
He's the one who thinks
That's
Black Jesus
right.
is real.
praise Black Jesus. That's right.
I mean, Jesus is black. His dad did leave when he was born.
Well, technically, his dad didn't leave when he was born. His dad was never there to begin with.
That's a bit funnier.
Well, no, if you really
Scooted
think
and
about
booted.
it, his father was always there. His father couldn't possibly leave because his father was everywhere.
Well,
That
also
makes it even
according
worse.
to some,
It's more
some
like
of it,
someone just threw ashes on him.
yeah.
That makes it worse.
It really does. But
Dead father's ashes just sprinkled on him daily.
just walked around and just threw him in his face. There you go.
You are now the Son and the Holy Spirit.
Most wars currently going on in the world, there's only one that hasn't been instituted by Islam. And that's only because the Russians started it.
Wasn't that the French Revolution?
No, I'm
he's
talking
talking about current ongoing.
current
Out of
use.
the, what is it,
Okay, yeah.
10 recognized wars?
Only one.
There's only one where the initiating party or one of the primary parties is not Islamic.
Yep.
And that one is Ukraine v. Russia.
No, we know Jesus was Jewish. He was from Bethlehem area where it's actually called
Jesus
Israel.
of Nazareth.
Yep.
All right,
Which
so
is currently called Israel.
all right, so this is the thing. Oh, go ahead, Sanguine. Go ahead.
Not quite, because some of that, or Bethlehem, for instance, is not in Israel, which is
It's in
to its
Sinai.
detriment, because
Isn't it also near Jerusalem?
its Christian population has fallen from, it was something around like 50 to 60 something, if I remember correctly, percent Christian as of like the mid 80s. It's now less than 15%.
Well, yeah, because most of them
Well,
were
is
killed
it
off
currently
or
in
have to
Palestine?
convert.
Yeah, it is mostly due to attrition.
Yep.
Well, it's currently in the Palestinian region, from what it says. Yeah. All right, that's even more proof that you fucks were never meant to be there. It's not your ancestral land.
Nope.
See, the
Wait,
thing
on
is
whose
that
side?
I'm talking about the fucking Palestinians.
The thing is
absolutely.
that the culture, yes, it is not the land of the culture. Genetically, the people are mostly descended from the ancient Levantine peoples, but the culture was entirely imported during the Islamic invasions, and the cultures that were the most like the ones that predate the Islamic invasions were the Levantine Mizrahi,
Mm-hmm.
which are the Jews that stayed in the Middle East. A portion of them, the Levantine Mizrahi, stayed within the Levant. And then you have the Mizrahi that was scattered throughout the rest of the Middle East. You have the Sephardic Jews that were North Africa and Spain. You have the Jews that were forced out the earliest in their history, which were the Ashkenazi, because they were forced out during the Roman push to scatter the Jews after the Jews kept on rebelling, which is how the region came to be known as Palestina, because it was a threat by the Romans against the Judean nationalists, effectively. There were a bunch of Jews that kept on rebelling against the Roman Empire. Rome got pissed off. Rome had just a little bit before ended up taking the city of Babylon.
Mm-hmm.
Palestina was a Romanized mispronunciation of Philistina.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I knew that one.
Philistina being the Greek name for the region to the southwest of Judea and ancient Israel, which was settled by originally the Peliset. The Peliset being settled sea people after the defeat of the sea people by Ramses the Third, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
So the Peliset were settled as a buffer state to the northeast of Egypt, which meant that they were towards the southwest of the Judean kingdoms. They then formed up into a fairly strong, at least with relation to their surrounding peoples,
Mm-hmm.
nation, which is how they came in contact with the Jews of the time, because the Jews fought a shit ton of wars against them. So they were enemies for an extended period of time, but then during numerous invasions by external powers, the Peliset, also known as the Philistines, and the Jews kept on rebelling against their invaders. So they ended up becoming more or less begrudging allies.
Mm-hmm.
That process continued where it would be they would break free, they'd have some independence, they would kind of butt heads, but over time they started to warm to each other and butt heads less, and then an external invader would come in, they would end up teaming up together to be a pain in the ass of that external invader. Kept on happening for a few hundred years. Then the Neo-Babylonian Empire
Mm-hmm.
conquered the area. The Neo-Babylonians ended up realizing very early on that the Philistines and these Judeans, the Jews, kept on kicking up rebellion after rebellion after rebellion after rebellion, and it really annoyed the shit out of them. So they went for the weaker of the two at that time, but they weren't really ridiculously weaker. It was just slightly weaker. They were more or less equal, just one was slightly more vulnerable. The Philistines.
Mm-hmm.
And what they did was they unmade the Philistines as a people, such that there is no Philistine history. There was no one
Jesus.
after this that was a descendant of the Philistines and knew they were a descendant of the Philistines.
Mm-hmm.
The Philistines were just remembered in the historical records of other peoples.
Which means
Kind of
that
like how
there's-
we But
I was going to say, which means that the Philistine or the Palestinian people do not have a claim to that land that they claim to have.
Well, the thing is that the Philistines were eradicated by the Neo-Babylonians, which then the Neo-Babylonians eventually fell. They were ultimately replaced by, I want to say it was the Parthians took over that area. And they,
hold on, second, wait a minute. I want to read some of this. Frost says he want to learn about Jews. I have really interested 20th century literature. I picture Sanguine all this to a drive-through speaker. Sir, this is a Wendy's. Sorry.
oh, am I coming in garbled? Is it going through
No.
the wrong mic?
No. So don't you? So the meme is someone is telling like their life story,
yeah.
and then the panel goes, "Sir, this is a Wendy's."
Yep. But you have the Philistines completely eradicated by the Neo-Babylonians. The Neo-Babylonians end up falling. They get replaced ultimately by the Parthians. The Parthians and Romans have this massive fucking war. The Romans have some early battles where they lose. Eventually they kick ass. They end up taking Babylon. They don't hold it for very long, but they take Babylon for long enough to have it count. And in this entire process, they've also taken Greece, and they learned through Grecian history about this group of people, the Philistines, who were an ancient people, at that time, an ancient people, that no longer existed because a previous empire had managed to completely eradicate them. And they found out where they were from. So skip ahead to the mid-100s AD. Rome is ruling over the Judean kingdoms. At this point, it was the Judean vassal states. And the Judean vassal states, actually, it wasn't even a vassal state at that point. The vassal state was earlier. At that point, it was under direct Roman rule because they kept on rebelling and it pissed off Rome. So they decided, fuck it, you guys aren't allowed to have even a vassal state. You guys are now just direct Roman rule. The military and emperor rule you. You don't get any sort of barrier in between that. So they get annoyed by them continuing to constantly fucking rebel. And they had already known this history, so they decided to remind the Judeans of this history. So what they did was they renamed the area Palestina, which again, Romanized version of a mispronunciation of Philistina.
Philistine.
Going a nation that was as powerful as you were was erased from all but your and Greek histories to the point where we don't even know what their fucking name is. We're just calling you Palestine because that's close enough.
But that had to be the biggest insult ever.
That was by
It is.
a nation or an empire that was mightier than you were. We are more mighty than it. We conquered its capital. What the fuck do you think that we can do to you?
I mean, granted, it is the biggest fuck you threat ever.
Oh yeah.
You know, like look,
It was a threat
This-
that not only could they erase their culture and history, the same way that the Neo-Babylonians erased the Philistine history and culture, but that they could erase them from other people's histories. They could make it so that not only did they not have a culture that was continuing on, but no one would even remember that their culture had ever been a thing. And
no one will remember your name.
to add a bit of punctuation to that threat, they then started to scatter the Judeans throughout the Roman Empire, which is the first step that was used in order to completely erase the culture of the Philistines by the Neo-Babylonians. So it was a threat in the name, it was a threat in the action, and it was going, settle the fuck down, stop always rioting against us, and maybe we will allow your culture to exist.
And maybe we will allow it.
Well, again, Rome didn't want like the amount of lives it cost like to completely dominate an area sometimes wasn't fucking worth it.
Yep.
Like so the amount of lives you'd have to even commit to taking and holding these places just wasn't fucking worth it. So they ran for vassal states. All right, just give us this tribute. Shut the fuck up. We may call you into a war or two. You fight one war or two. We'll call it square. We may give you 10 years of no taxes. We'll call it, yeah. You know, but again, if we had to go in and decimate you, we had to throw away so many fucking. Yeah, we could do it, but the amount of lives and our citizens it would cost just fucking wasn't worth it.
Right.
Yeah, it was a settle down, stop annoying us,
Pretty much.
or we will erase you entirely. That was the threat. That's how the name came to be, what the name for the region was for centuries after that, Palestina. That, again, you have the majority of the Palestinian Arabs, they are descended from people that were Levantine people. So genetically, yes, they have heritage. Culturally, they do not have a cultural continuity of the area. And a lot of people say, well, their land was given away. No. What happened was British Mandate, the census of the British Mandate, which included Jordan, what is now Israel, and what is now the lands that are often referred to as Palestine, had all of that land. They took a census. The most recent census before the split was 2/3, plus or minus, were Arab. Or were Muslim, rather. 1/3, plus or minus, was Jewish. There was some percentage of Christian, some percentage of various other faiths, but those were the big two. They went, okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to split off 77% of the land, if I remember correctly. It's 77% of the land, and that's going to be Transjordan. They gave just over half the Arab population to Transjordan. So just over half the population, or just over a third of the population, got 77% of the land mass. So now they have a bit more than half of the remaining population is Jewish. A bit less than half of the remaining population is Muslim.
Okay.
They then took a while, eventually split. Well, it was called Transjordan since it crossed the Jordan River. Technically, the full name is the Hashmonean Kingdoms of Transjordan. I think that's the right way that it's referred to in full. But eventually, they gave up a portion of their land and they just became known as Jordan. So you have just over half Jewish, or at least non-Muslim, just over half, just under half Muslim. Bunch of discussions go down, bunch of negotiations go down. Eventually, it's determined by the UN. So just over half of the remaining land is given to just over half the remaining population. Again, just over half the remaining population was non-Muslim, majority Jewish. That became Israel. The remaining land, or rather, there was 3%, it was 1 to 3% of the land, I can't remember off the top of my head, that was carved out that was going to be internationally administered land. Whatever the fuck that was supposed to be.
Right.
And then
Possibly like a satellite station. Hey, sort of like how Hong Kong was technically under British rule.
well, what it was going to be is it was meant to have the majority of Jerusalem and several other holy cities. And it was going to be the UN going, okay, we're in charge of these areas. We're going to keep them open for all different faith groups. And that's just how they're going to be run. We'll control them. That way you guys stop fucking fighting over them. It didn't goddamn work.
Of
Fell
course.
apart very quickly.
Like naturally.
But yeah, just under half was given to the just under half of the population, which was then going to become Palestine. That's the breakdown of the fucking land. But there's all this. They stole the. It was just over half the population. After just over 1/3 of the population was given 77% of the land, got 54% of 23% of the land or some shit like that. So they got like 12 something percent of the entire landmass of the British Mandate.
Jesus.
Yeah. It's a whole bunch of math that everyone fucking ignores and doesn't pay attention to. And they just say their bullshit lines of, the land was taken. No, the majority of the people were there for several generations.
Sanguine, even if the land was taken, look, wars happen, don't fucking lose.
Yep.
Exactly.
Americans stole the Indian land. No, we didn't steal it. We fought for it, and we won.
This land was stolen. No one is illegal on stolen land. How dare you?
Nope. No one is illegal. Everyone is illegal on fucking conquered land.
Yep.
We didn't steal shit. These bitches were doing nothing with it. We came with our boats and our guns and said, "Hey, we want to do some shit with it." They said, "No, white man." So we went, "Okay, blam blam, blam blam."
Ours
We
by
came,
right of
we saw, we
conquest
kicked their
and
ass.
And now, yeah, we did trade for it too. Like I think we got
Yeah.
the Isle of Manhattan for some fucking beads.
Yeah, it's ours by right of conquest and treaties.
Yep.
It is
Yep.
infuriating when there's the stolen land bullshit. It isn't stolen land, conquest.
I know, I'm being facetious.
Yeah, I know. But it is this infuriating comment every fucking time. And it's just like, no. There's a history. And the history does not start at when your side didn't like something.
Exactly.
Yes, you look. I get it. Like, but humans are shitty beings, And this isn't unique to the white man. It's not unique to the black man either. It's what humans are. Look, I have kids to feed back home, and I need the resources in this land to feed those kids back home. So either we're gonna trade for it. No, you don't want to trade? I guess I'm taking it.
Mm-hmm.
Do I got the strength to hold it? Yes, I do.
I can't remember the name of the movie off the top of my head, but there's a Western adjacent movie from, I want to say, the late 80s, early 90s, where there's this fantastic scene of it's a officer from the U.S. Army is meeting with a number of Indian chiefs and officials. And the translator translate what the chief says of give back this land from who it was stolen to, or stolen from rather. And the army officer just kind of sighs and rubs his temple and goes, okay, who is that supposed to be? Is it supposed to be you, or is it supposed to be this tribe that you took the land from this many years ago? Or is it this tribe that they took the land from this many years ago? Or is it this tribe that they took the land from this many years ago, slaughtering all of them? Or is it this tribe that was slaughtered by that one? Or this one slaughtered by that one? Or this one slaughtered by that one? Who's the rightful leader? Well, it was our land because it was promised to us by our deity. And it's our land because it was promised to us by ours.
It's our land because we put a bullet in your ass and we took it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's a great scene because that is what fucking happened. I'm sick of this. Well, the land was stolen. No, the land was taken by right of conquest, just like the people that say that the land was stolen from them took it from the people before them, which took
Like the Native Americans stole it from the Mexicans.
Who took it before them, who took it from those before them. It's a long chain of taking it from people before until you reach the first people to ever reach the land, and their peoples are fucking dead.
Yep.
Again, I would. That's why I never say, look. If you were like said, like the saying goes, if you can take it and you're strong enough to hold it, it's yours.
Mm-hmm.
And again, you see, this is not a uniquely European thing. It's not uniquely African or Asian. It is humans all together. Like I said earlier, hey, I got kids to feed, and I need the things on that land to feed those kids. We can trade for it. Want to trade? I got shit that you might want. No, you sure? Because I don't think you could take this gun. You don't? Okay, well, I guess I'm taking it. I tried. I bartered. You didn't want to trade. I guess it's bullet time. I'm not going to feel bad for doing it. Manifest destiny. I doubt they felt bad when they took it from the other tribe.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
It's infuriating, the stolen land bullshit. Because there is one window of time where that argument was able to spawn. And the only reason that argument was able to spawn was the U.S. became the dominant world power, and for fucking decades, when none of you are allowed to conquer anything.
I mean, in some cases, we're still a world power.
Fucking table. No, I'm saying that it was the U.S. becoming the world power.
The moon belongs to America. Rotten. The moon does belong to America. We were there first. We planted our flag, and we need to go back up there to defend that motherfucker. I bet we will.
Yep. But what I was saying is that it only came to be a thing that, wars of conquest are wrong when the U.S. became a world power, and with large chunks of Europe as well, going, yeah, that sounds good, when none of y'all fuckers are allowed to do wars of conquest. You do a war of conquest, we come in. You don't want us to come in. Don't do a war of conquest. Yeesh? Okay, good.
Have you seen the people trying to? Have you seen the Democrats trying to spin the whole Iraq thing as an illegal war?
Oh no! I thought we were losing the war. Hold on a second. Wait a minute. According to the Twitter, my X feed, they got fucking motherfuckers on flying carpet shooting down F-15s. We're losing that war. Trump just doesn't want to tell us.
Oh yeah, we're totally losing, guys, to a country that doesn't have a navy to speak of. Not really. They don't have an air force. They've got what, ground missions with rockets that they think that they can fire at people.
If
they can
you watch all the Twitter videos, the fucking Abraham Lincoln is like the swamp castle.
But again, this is how bad we are losing. Sanguine now I study ancient battles, right? This is how bad we're losing. We took out their fucking king in the opening volley.
We took out their leader. We took out their 88 subsequent leaders. We took out their...
I like how the number keeps right. I like how the number of times we've killed them keeps rising.
Well, no, we took out the Ayatollah Khomeini, so that was their main leader. Then
and
they
the opening salvo.
Congress of what is it? Congress of Muftis?
Muftis, yeah, some to that effect.
A Congress of Muftis that are meant to choose the new Ayatollahs.
And we took them out too.
We took out all 88 of the council.
You know what's funny?
The replacement Ayatollah hasn't been seen by fucking anyone.
Who could be fucking somewhere. Dead. No, he's fucking dead.
At least in a coma, if not dead, is missing legs and potentially was a puff.
Yep.
That came out was fucking wild.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, legitimately, we had a... Not only is your leader gay, or not only is your leader dead, your leader's gay and dead. Fuck you.
Again, hold on. Again, Sanguine, we are losing this war. Again, we took out our leader had their king got killed in the attack started and he was dropped. The first payload that hit the ground hit him.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
We are losing. Look, I don't understand why you don't see that we're losing this war.
Wow. Another one bites the dust.
Oh yeah, the people
Another one bites the dust.
Trying to say that the pilot rescue wasn't a pilot rescue; it was uranium extraction.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Yeah, it's people got so pissed off about that, and there was shit that I think should be considered treasonous.
Yes.
Said during
treason doesn't even
pilot rescue, because there were people saying with their full ass chest that they hope that our pilot got picked up by the IRGC.
There's no goddamn way. I hope it's seared.
Yeah.
No.
Yes. There were people. Yes. I've heard that shit too. And I'm not saying it to try to co-sign, but I did hear people saying shit like that, and it fucking pisses me off because again, look, like it or not, I love my countrymen. Some of them piss me the fuck off, but I wouldn't want any of my countrymen hurt. I want to punch a few in the face. But if it's like family. Sometimes I can't stand my family, but let another motherfucker come and try to say some shit about my family
or my friends. I'm the same exact way.
Or my friends too. But
I will be that way if somebody starts talking some shit about a friend. We can talk shit to each other all we want to. That's
call me a retard all the time, you fucker.
But if some moron on the internet or something is going to call my buddy a retard and he needs help, I'll jump the fuck in.
Well,
Yes.
can you really blame him? I mean, it's your proper diagnosis.
But still, it hurts my feelings when y'all call me retard, man.
Your proper diagnosis.
We had to define the word several times for you to realize that it hurt your feelings.
Look, it's not my fault. I'm black. I don't grasp things very well.
He doesn't know how to get an ID for it.
I almost said
voting.
something really fucked up that would have been fucking hilarious, but not on the train.
God damn it. We gotta protect we gotta protect the vans, but shit. Wanted to hear it.
If this was on Tier's channel, I would have said something way worse.
All I will hint at the possibilities of it being is prehensile feet.
Motherfucker! I told you about those things in confidence, man. You telling that shit around the internet. Shut up.
I said
I
those
wasn't
things in confidence.
I wasn't born with a tail. It was just a growth.
It's a growth spurt.
No, it's just it was a growth. My tail. No, I mean my spine extended. Yeah, that's what my mama told me.
Did. Is that why you can play basketball better?
Shut up.
But yeah, the fact that we have people that are in the press that were saying that they hope the downed U.S. pilot would get captured by the RGC.
Yeah, that shit's annoying.
They were hoping that they would, at best, because there were several versions of this, the best versions were they were hoping that they would be ransomed back.
Disgusting
that was
motherfuckers.
The best version.
They were hoping for executions.
There were people hoping for executions. There were people that were hoping for torture.
Again, look.
That shit's fucked. That shit, like I said, in my mind, treasonous. I'm not asking that you go outside every 4th of July and pray before the flag. I'm not asking that. That's not what I want. But you do live here. And my success is your success. Mm-hmm. Our president succeeding is all around success. Like,
succeeding. Yes.
Yeah, it's everybody succeeding. Even when Biden was being a retard, I didn't want him to fail.
I knew he would fuck up. I didn't want him to fuck up. I wanted him to succeed and prove me wrong, but I knew that shit was going to go sideways.
Yeah, I didn't want Biden to fail because I hate the nation. I didn't want Biden to fail because, honestly, again, we are in this shit together. Mm-hmm. These people don't share that sentiment. They don't share that the basic level of camaraderie.
Well,
they hate us so fucking much.
Funny thing is even during the whole pandemic thing, they were trying that. And now it's like, oh, we're in this together. Oh, we're in this together. Yeah, there's a difference between doing that and then forcing people to do that.
Yes, there's a world of difference between saying, "Oh, well, you gotta look out for your fellow man." No, you take care of. When you have a cold, you don't go around and mask up and get vaccine. But you can spread that shit to me.
Right.
I don't force you to go. I stay away from you if I'm sick. If you're sick, I don't force you to be around you.
And the thing that kind of illuminates why some of this shit happens, it doesn't make it better. In fact, to my mind, it makes it much worse. Is a lot of these people, they view everything zero sum. They have zero-sum economic models. Are you guys familiar with what a zero-sum economic model means?
Relatively, but please explain it to me because I'm black.
So the most basic way of explaining it is in a zero-sum economic model, the only way for someone to become rich is for someone else to become poorer. So, for every dollar put in someone's pocket, that dollar is not put in someone else's pocket.
Okay.
That's the most basic zero-sum idea or way of explaining zero-sum games. It's every success is someone else's failure, or it can be a distributed failure among a large population.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is the economy isn't zero-sum. Shit isn't zero-sum. Most things aren't zero-sum. Positive sum is kind of the norm. In economics, the economy is positive sum. What positive sum means is that it is possible for both you and I to get the better end of a deal.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it's you and I engaging in the trade, we can each get the better end of the deal.
Because maybe the thing we wanted is different. Like, you wanted something else out of the deal, and I got something I wanted out of the deal.
Exactly.
It doesn't have to be monetary.
That's the trick about it. When it comes to the reason why the economy is positive sum, is there's subjective value everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
A really easy example that most people can understand is if you have a farm and you produce wheat, and you produce way more wheat than you could ever use, the wheat that you're producing isn't worth very much to you because you can't use that shit. But if you need a new plow, let's say, and someone else produces plows, they don't use plows. Plows are fucking meaningless to them. Just they produce plows. And they come up to you and they go, hey, I'll trade you this plow for wheat. They don't need the plow. You need the plow. You think the plow is very valuable to you because it will allow you to produce your wheat and continue to produce your wheat. They don't have any real value of the plow. It's low value to them, but they're hungry. Wheat has high value to them. So you can come to an agreement where you think that you're getting a fantastic deal because you're getting a fucking plow for just this amount of wheat. Fuck yeah. Sign me up. And they're getting a fantastic deal because they're going, I'm trading this useless piece of shit that's sitting in my garage for sacks of wheat. Fuck yeah, give me the sacks of wheat.
Yep.
So we're happy. And you can get that with cash as well.
Mm-hmm.
Cash is just a means of exchange. That is how it works. It's just a...
But you also got to remember something else about the group that have this mindset. Mm-hmm. They are rather materialistic and greedy.
Yep.
Like their mindset. Oh well, I need the new iPhone. Just using this example, I need the new iPhone, so I need more money to do it. And the boss isn't paying me; it's only paying me like ass. Well, he is paying you a little wage. You just don't know how to fucking budget your money.
Mm-hmm.
You are being paid enough to sustain your life at $20 an hour for 8 hours a day for 40 hours a week. He's giving you $20 for each hour that you work. That $20, even after taxes and everything, if you budget properly, you're fucking fine. I watch a lot of Caleb Hammer. Caleb will have people on his show making stacks, massive amounts of money.
6 figures plus, yeah.
Oh, I'm broke.
Yep.
How? You have all this money. You have 6 figures. Oh well, I did this. I take all these. You are not budgeting your money properly, and that's why you're in the situation you're in. It is not capitalism's fault. It is you. It is a you issue. You don't understand how to work with money.
Or the capitalism is evil
This
and
is-
dangerous.
This is one of the things that drives me crazy when it comes to people saying everything's so expensive nowadays. Because no, not everything's so expensive nowadays. There are some things that, in the very short term, have gotten more expensive.
Yes.
But
Mm-hmm.
long term, if I said you could live today or you could live 50 years ago,
Today.
you should pick today every fucking time.
Yeah. Because
Or if I say,
As-
hey, you
that-
can get this product for whatever the percent of your income would have been at that time, or for your the percent of your income now that it is,
Mhm.
you should always pick now. Always. Because people will commonly point to a handful of different things when they're talking about this. There's two things that this doesn't work for. One is habitation, and habitation is with an asterisk. It isn't necessarily true, but it is true enough that it is one of the two exceptions. The other is education. Education has massively exploded in price. It's bullshit.
It's because it's because the government's subsidizing it.
Yeah.
If the government didn't subsidize education, education would have to drop down. If you couldn't take out student loans, they would have to reduce it, or they wouldn't be able to compete.
Yep. And one of the first things that would happen, if the government stopped student loans today, one of the first things that would happen is a lot of the degrees would die.
Yup, a lot of the
Yep.
bullshit degree and a lot of the bullshit professors who are teaching these bullshit degrees would lose their jobs immediately. And
Yeah.
a lot of fucking staff, colleges would reduce the amount of staffing by half.
STEM degrees would continue. STEM degrees would go
Yeah,
strong.
always.
You would have English degrees. You might be able to get an English minor. You wouldn't be getting English majors.
The gender studies shit would go right out the fucking window.
Yep.
I wish it would.
It would have to. They can't. What is the marketable skill that gender studies gives you? What can you tell me? What job in the future you can get with a gender studies degree?
Yep. It would go to
None.
what banks could see being profitable. So if a bank gets your application for a loan,
Mm-hmm.
they'll go, okay, what is the loan for? And if you tell them that it's for a degree that they believe could be profitable, then they'll sign off on it because they think that you'll be able to pay them back. If it's a degree that they're going, yeah, there's no profitability in this, they won't fucking give you money for it. That's
And
what
they
would
shouldn't.
happen immediately.
And they shouldn't. You shouldn't subsidize that stupidity.
Yep.
Exactly.
And so that would be what happens with education. If the government backed out of education, that would be the first thing that happens. But like I said, habitation and education, they're the two exceptions. A lot of people will say, well, what about cars? Cars in the 90s used to be so cheap, okay? So if I remember correctly, I did this math a little bit ago. A like bare bones basic bitch model of like a sedan
Mm-hmm.
was something like $1,800
That's fairly reasonable.
in the 90s.
I mean, you look the all right.
Right,
So
right. It was 18,000.
but
If
the
I'm-
problem with that is that the point of the vehicle is to get you from point A to point B and back to A. You don't need a fancy car to get from point A to point B and back to A.
Well,
You just
the
need
thing-
something with four wheels.
Yeah,
the
you
thing
know,
is
that's true.
That 18,000, if you then do an inflation adjustment. Do you guys know what the inflation adjustment would be?
I think it's 18% right now.
Talking from the 90s to now. So let's just make it easy. 1990 to now.
Hold on, Sanguine. I want to read some of these the chat. I'm sorry. Ron says the movie that you're thinking about is "Bury My Heart at Wounded Knee."
Yep, and it was.
Yeah.
That is right. And thank you for that. And I recommend people watch that clip that he has because, it was fantastic because it just tears apart that.
Matter of fact, why don't we let me pull it up and we can watch it. I'm sorry for interrupting, my friend. You know,
it is 150%.
Yep, it is from 1990 to now is 150. It would be about 45K.
Yep.
You can get a bare bones model for that or less now, but the difference is that the bare bones model now has more shit than the bare bones model then did.
Yeah.
Frost says, I want to get Tira a shirt that says, please be patient, I'm black.
Okay, so you pulled this up. Let's watch it. We'll have to pause it.
Yo, Jen.
Wait, how long of a clip is it?
It's only 3 minutes. It's only like 3 minutes, a little over 3 minutes. It shouldn't,
so we'll pause
it
it every little bit, and I think 3 minutes we'll still need to pause it every so often.
Yeah, just
Sitting Bull requested this council
that guy
to await
actor.
his words.
Mm-hmm.
Take your soldiers out of here. They scare the game away.
Very well, sir. Tell me then, how far away should I take my men?
You must take them out of our lands.
What precisely are your lands?
These are the lands where my people lived before you whites first came.
Oh, sorry, didn't mean
We
to tell you.
whites were not your first enemies. Why don't you demand back the land in Minnesota where the Chippewa and others forced you from years before?
The Black Hills are sacred land given to my people by Wakantonka.
Very convenient to cloak your claims in spiritualism. And what would you say to the Mormons and others who believe that their God has given to them Indian lands in the West?
I would say they should listen to Wakantonka.
Yeah, it's what this argument comes down to so fucking often. It is you have a claim here, you have a claim here. They're equal fucking claims because they're the same fucking claim, just phrased differently with a different deity or a different
reason.
Different heritage claim, but they're equally valid. They cancel each other. If your claim is, well, our gods say this, and the other people say, well, our gods say this, the only way that gets decided is which of you is able to actually fucking do it.
Yep. Whose God favors them more?
No matter what your legends say, you didn't sprout from the plains like the spring grasses, and you didn't coalesce out of the ether. You came out of the Minnesota woodlands, armed to the teeth, and set upon your fellow man. You massacred the Kiowa, the Omaha, the Ponca, the Oto, and the Pawnee without mercy. And yet you claim the Black Hills as a private preserve bequeathed to you by the Great Spirit.
And who
Who
gave us the guns and powder to kill our enemies? And who traded weapons to the Chippewa and others who drove us from our home?
Chief Sitting Bull, the proposition that you were a peaceable people before the appearance of the white man is the most fanciful legend of all. You were killing each other for hundreds of moons before the first white stepped foot on this continent. You conquered those tribes, lusting for their game and their lands, just as we have now conquered you for no less noble a cause.
This is yours.
I love that. Like no less.
Yeah.
Like we're the fucking same.
Yep.
With no less
You-
noble of a cause. You
conquered the land
fucking-
because you could and because you wanted to.
You
We're
absolute
conquering the
high and
land
mighty prick.
because we can and we want to. And now that you're losing, now that you aren't able to do it because you aren't strong enough, now you try to say, well, it's your right.
It's the
to
white
have
man whose problem.
Yeah.
The white
your
man came
right
and did
to
this
do
problem
It's
for
your
us.
right to have it. It isn't your right.
They
Story of
brought
my people. This is the
disease.
truth,
Mm.
not legend.
Ah.
You wouldn't have those guns if it weren't for us either.
Yep.
Crazy Horse has surrendered with his entire band. And by his surrender, he says to you and your people that you are defeated. And by ceding the Black Hills to us, so say Red Cloud and the other chiefs, who demand that you end this war and take your place on the reservation.
Red Cloud is no longer a chief. He is a woman you have mounted and had your way with. Do not speak to me of Red Cloud!
I suppose you are the only chief then. Sitting Bull is king of all the Indians. Well, humility, one of the 4 virtues of a Sioux chief. Sitting Bull shows his true nature now.
Mm.
I have had my say with you.
And I have had my say with you.
Then we will have a fight.
So be it.
Like I said,
Is
great
that fucking Custer? No, it's Carol Nelson. Hey.
Yeah, fucking great scene.
Yes.
Absolutely, completely true.
And let me write that movie down because I will be grabbing this one and be suggesting this one for Never Watch Alone.
Mm-hmm.
Buffalo wings are delicious.
Nice.
Good one, Jen. Hey, Jen. Thug life glasses
Yes.
over the American guy.
But as I was saying before we did that quick interlude, yeah, cars are a common thing. Cars, when you actually look at them, their prices are down when you consider what you're getting and inflation. When you hear people say this, they'll often bring up the price of insulin. And they'll say insulin in the 90s was so much cheaper now and the price has just skyrocketed. The thing that people don't recognize is that insulin in the 90s, there was one insulin in the 90s. That one
No, it's
insulin
multiple.
was regular insulin. So if you compare regular insulin from the 90s versus today's latest and greatest compound insulin, which is not regular insulin, it is a new thing that we developed in order to be safer, require fewer doses, and make it easier to manage your diabetes. If you compare those two, yeah, the price of the new latest and greatest compound insulin that takes a shit ton more work to make than regular insulin costs more.
Mm-hmm.
Surprise, fucking surprise. That's how shit works. Whereas if you compare regular insulin then to regular insulin now, regular insulin then, if you do an inflation adjustment, is somewhere in between $38 and $45 a vial. A vial of 100 doses. Do you guys want to guess what the price is of a 100-dose vial today?
How much?
$25.
That's not
Because it's
bad.
easier and cheaper to produce. The more we advance, the more we understand and can produce.
Yep.
And wasn't it Trump in Trump's first term? Didn't he cap the price of insulin at $25?
There were other insulins. So regular insulin has been sold at $25 for a bit now. And it was before Trump did anything about the price of insulin. Trump did reduce the price of other insulins. And he did so by effectively trimming a shit ton of bureaucracy around them. And then also with his preferred market policy, that also lowered the price of a lot of things. But regular insulin has been cheap for an extended period of time. You can go to a Walmart and get a 100-dose vial of regular insulin for $25. And not only that, but insulin for the longest period of time, every form of insulin was prescription only. You can get that regular vial of insulin, or that vial of regular insulin at Walmart, $25 over the counter.
Again,
there's no reason to get insulin unless you are diabetic. Don't get insulin unless you're diabetic, or unless they're getting it for someone who's diabetic. But
the problem with this, the group that we're currently bitching about, which is the left, it comes down to the I want this now. Instead of let me put a budget in place, or let me work toward getting that. I can get if I can, add a few dollars here and a few dollars there, I can eventually get that. They don't have that though. It is now.
They think that a lot of Trump's policies should be done in overnight. It's like, see, he didn't do this. He lied to you people.
He said day one he's going to bring down the price of eggs. Well, no, it's not. Anybody with a fucking brain knows it's not going to happen day one. That's hyperbolic. He's exaggerating. He's exaggerating what he's going to do.
Oh, he always does that.
Yeah, but it wasn't meant literally. Like, he's not going to come in day one, eggs is going to drop. This is, I promise, day one. I mean it seriously. Day one, eggs are going to drop. That's not what he made. He said he's going to bring them down, and he did. He said he's going to make shit afford. He's going to lower the cost of medicine, and he did.
Yep.
He the people that are bitching are the now here. I want this now. Why is it taking so long? Why do I have to wait for it? Generation.
Money now. Me, money needing a lot now.
I don't want to work. Why should I? Why should the government should take care of me? Why? Because I don't fucking want to work. That's not a thing.
That sounds like a personal problem.
Well, I have all these self-diagnosed diseases. No, you don't.
They're self-diagnosed. Yeah, not really diagnosed.
And even if you had, look, I have a friend named Ern that works with me. Ern is on the spectrum, but he functions enough to do his job, and he does it well.
Yeah. Shit, I'm on the spectrum.
Yeah, you can.
I mean, we kind of figured that one there.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. You can do what you're supposed to do, and he can earn money. He has a wife and kid. They live relatively well. Why can't you do if you say you're on the spectrum? Why can't you be like him? Wife and kid, nice house, car. What's the difference between you and him? He's on the spectrum.
He's got it easier because he's white, probably. I don't know.
Yeah, Ern's pale as the driven snow. But
He's white.
That excuse pisses me off to no end because you're being lazy.
Yeah,
don't you understand? It's the white person's fault.
As someone who is a spurg, the thing that pisses me off to no end and will get me to almost immediately have a fuck that person mentality is if someone says that they can't help it, they're autistic.
Oh, I fucking hate that shit.
That is probably
to hell.
That one excuse pisses me off.
I fucking hate that excuse too.
That you can help it. What the problem is you don't want to because you've been coddled your entire life.
Yep.
They've held your hand. you can't help it. You're autistic, and you've heard that so much that you fucking believe it. I know for a fact that everything that happens in my life is because of me. I'm fucking lazy. I don't want to do it. That's why I'm not a boss. Like working at my job, why I don't do. I don't want the problems. I make enough money to keep myself happy. I don't want the headaches that come with being a boss.
Exactly.
If I wanted it, I could be it. I'm fucking lazy.
Tyr just doesn't want the headache.
Well, pretty much, yeah.
That's all it is.
What's your excuse? Because I know what mine is, and it's valid. It's not like I don't recognize it. No one's holding me back but me. If I really wanted it, I could get it.
It just infuriates me anytime that I hear that. And
yeah, and like I was talking about last week with this kid downstairs. Oh, he's autistic, so he can get away with anything he fucking wants. No, fuck you. Take care. Fucking discipline your goddamn kid, for fuck's sake.
And the reason why it pisses me off is because it gives those of us who do shit a bad name by association. Because if I tell someone, hey, by the way, I'm Spurgy, if I end up misinterpreting a facial expression, let me know. It's not intentional. I just have trouble reading faces.
You would not be very good at poker.
Actually, he would.
Essentially. But the thing is that I should be able to say that without having to worry that they're going to hear, by the way, I'm an unrepentant asshole. But the number of people that use I have Asperger's, I have autism, as here's my asshole
The excuse,
card.
yeah.
Now I get to be an asshole. And if you get upset at me being an asshole,
You're an asshole.
You're an asshole for getting upset at me. When that's not what that means when I say, if I misinterpret a facial expression, sorry, let me know. That is not me going, I'm never going to try to learn your way of expressing. That is, until I learn your way of expressing, I don't have the ability to just go, oh, that's happy face on this person, so that's happy face on you.
Everybody's face is completely different, and it's hard for certain people.
Your expressions are different enough from their expressions that I have to learn your expressions.
And it probably will take time.
Your expressions. I'm going to fuck up in the process of learning your expressions.
Sometimes I can be pretty stoic with my expressions, so that's probably a little bit difficult for you from me.
But that's what it's supposed to be. Just the number of people that use I have autism as that means I can be an asshole. And you can't say anything about me being an asshole, or else you're being an even bigger asshole. When no, if I'm being an asshole, call me out on being an asshole. Because a good chunk of the time, my response will be, you fucking realize, nice.
Yeah, I am one. Thank you. I try. I tried hard.
It's like, really, I've been working at it for a long time.
But again, lazy motherfuckers. Just the shit. Look, all right. I'm lazy, but not that lazy. Like, I know I have to get up. If I want, I like video games. If I want to have my video games in my setup, I need to make sure I got lights in the house. All right, I need to take my ass to work and get that. Oh, well, the government should pay for your lights. No, the government shouldn't pay for my fucking lights. The government shouldn't. I don't want to become beholden to the government because once they get their claw in me, they'll keep it in me, and now I owe these fucks.
The
Because
only
he's
thing that
black.
the government owes me as far as my lights is the government owes me getting as far out of the fucking process of getting me my electrical
Yep.
that the price of my electrical plummets.
Yep.
Mhm.
That's what they owe me.
That's what they owe me. But they don't see that. The government, universal basic income. Oh, that fucking pissed
Yeah, I
me
agree.
off.
Mm. But countries like Switzerland will move to fucking Switzerland.
But I'm
Jesus
pretty sure even there there's still some hoops you had to fucking.
Absolutely.
And then the constant communism will save everything.
Oh, that's another one too. I agree. Fuck the communism ball lickers. I swear to God.
Communism will save the planet. You know that everyone will be fucking painters and shit. Yeah, so
No,
who's going to do all
won't.
the shit labor? The government will. No.
No, they won't. They're gonna sit back and take all the money from you. You fucking dumbass.
Well, not even that. It's just a basic thing. So everything that you don't want to do, who's going to do it? Because somebody has to do it.
The illegals. Not if we kick them all out. Fuck.
Tell me you don't understand how reality works without telling me you don't understand how fucking reality works.
Exactly.
It's a problem that I'm going to start referring to
As the Hassan Piker issue.
No, as the Star Trek problem. Because every time a new writer tries to explain how the Star Trek world or universe exists, how it functions,
They always fuck up.
they just reinvent an interesting form of slavery.
Yep.
It's slavery, but with extra steps.
Because first it was the vast majority has kind of moved past money. There's still planets where money's important, so it's not money is completely meaningless. It's just that money is now no longer as important because
hold on. Let me explain something really quickly. For Star Trek, the reason why their society can function because of replicators. If you remove replicators, their society fucking falls apart. Without the ability to rearrange matter into other shit, like just suck in some matter and rearrange it to, say, car parts, their society would fall apart because they have like their whole post-capitalism society where we don't need shit, replicators.
Yeah, because it's based on
Magic.
Scarcity.
Space magic,
So,
essentially.
as long as you're dealing with post-scarcity, the price of everything effectively approaches zero to the point where money becomes virtually meaningless. It's not entirely meaningless, but it becomes virtually meaningless because everything has become so cheap that you don't really think about it. A good example of that for a large chunk of the U.S. population is how many people really think, well, I need to get some water in order to make my dinner. I need to be really careful how long I run my faucet. No one thinks about, if I run my faucet for 5 minutes rather than 3 minutes, that's really going to hurt me. No one thinks that. Because
There are actually people who do, unfortunately.
Well, we're not California.
No one sane thinks that. The people that you're referring to are the ones that, like, we have 5 people in this house and we fill up the bathtub once and we all wash ourselves in the bath and then we use it to wash our clothes.
So you know Ilhan Omar's people. I didn't know you did that segment. No.
It was
if it's mellow, if it's yellow, let it bellow. If it's brown, flush it down.
It was TLC that had that extreme frugal show, right?
Yeah, Cheapskates or
But
I think it was Cheapskates.
The vast majority of us don't really think about that. We don't.
You're right.
worry about it, because when you're looking at the price of water from the mains, it's pennies to the gallon. So it is such a small price that you don't really consider it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what post-scarcity actually is. Post-scarcity is reaching a point where you don't think about the price anymore, because you just know that, yeah, it's going to be able to be covered. It doesn't really matter. So that's how it was originally set up. It was post-scarcity for virtually everything. There's still some things that weren't post-scarcity. So space is on a resort world. Those aren't post-scarcity. There's only so many people that can fit on that resort world.
Mm-hmm.
So that type of thing still had costs associated with it. So there were things that weren't post-scarcity, but the vast majority of the economy was post-scarcity. So it became we don't really worry about money. We don't really think about money because it's post-scarcity. And yes, that's because of the replicator. Then they went, okay, so how would this work? Well, you need a virtually inexhaustible source of energy. Okay, what is their source of energy? Dilithium crystals. Okay, how do they get dilithium crystals? Well, they decided that they would be mined. Okay, so how do you reward the people that mine it? Rather than wanting to do the sensible thing, which is you have people that are willing to mine dilithium crystals, making a fuck ton of money, or getting some sort of privilege or something out of mining dilithium crystals.
Mm-hmm.
They went, oh, mining's hard. People don't like mining. Well, we made robots. So we'll just have robots mine dilithium crystals.
Oh, gee,
so
why
we're
does that
talking
sound so familiar?
Robots that don't think, they're just like mining
sentient
equipment
robots.
now? No, we're going to make them the same sort that Data was.
Which makes no fucking sense.
We had seasons based around how Data
Was a unique being
was a
and
person.
sentient. Yeah.
The moment that you decided that the mining robots would be synthetics rather than just mining equipment, they fucked up. You could have had it where it's, yeah, what they did was they developed this mining equipment. It's autonomous mining equipment that it doesn't really think, but it has kind of like a limited intelligence where it's able to go, oh, this is where the dilithium vein is going. This is how to make this tunnel to the dilithium vein and get it.
Or they could have realized, holy shit, they have teleporters. They could just beam that shit out of the rock.
Yep, that's another option. You can go, oh, they'll use teleporters in order to get it. So it was rare up until a certain point. Then they developed these really awesome scans, and they modified teleporter technology so that they can selectively teleport the rocks, the ore that they need, the crystals that they need, and they use those to mine them. That works too. Suddenly, you don't have to worry about how do we get the dilithium crystals? But no, first they went, we'll get the synthetics to do it. The synthetics that are people. So you made slavery. And now they're having a slave revolt. Okay, so what's your new plan? Well, we'll get hard light holograms. Oh yeah, you guys do have hard light holograms.
Yeah, now
Hold on
we
a
have the
second.
same
Didn't
issue.
you have a hard light hologram that you also determined over seasons of material?
With a person?
Was a person? Yeah, that's exactly where we got the inspiration. So you're
just making slaves.
using people and making slavery. Again, why is this the third time that you've designed slavery in your fucking universe?
Because they don't understand the universe and they don't understand. I mean, again, for Star Trek, technology would evolve to that they literally don't have the fucking mind. They can just pull this shit out the rock. That's what they do all the time. That you ever using the season of Voyager? Voyager never actually went down and like set up a mining fucking crew. It found a planet with dilithium. It went, okay, it's here. Isn't anybody using it? No. Let's pull this shit up as much as we need and just get the fuck out of here.
Mm-hmm. And there's other ways of doing it as well. So one of my favorite sci-fi series, I've recommended it many times before, the Commonwealth Saga by Peter F. Hamilton. Fantastic series. It's a series that I could actually see our universe becoming. Because the characters are human enough. They don't just hand wave away problems that we have now and go, oh yeah, we fixed it. How the hell did you fix something that we've been struggling with since the dawn of humanity? We just fixed it. No, they don't do that. They recognize that, no, there's still going to be religious nutcases. Mm-hmm. Okay, so how do they deal with them? We gave them planets.
Of course.
Oh, okay, so you gave them planets. Yep. They're allowed to be religious nutcases on their planets. Oh. What happens if they try to invade another planet? We stop them. Oh, okay. That's a very understandable human approach to this shit. That's something that could actually, in a future, be something that could happen. If we develop teleporter tech and we go, okay, we will teleport you to a planet, and you can do whatever the fuck you want on that planet. Anyone that wants to join you on that planet, we can teleport them there. And if you decide that you don't like it, we can get you off the planet.
Why can't they just replicate Frosted? Why can't they just replicate the crystals? So the crystals have a unique matrix. Like there are synthetic ones that they use for temporary power and shit, but they don't last as long as the natural kind.
I wonder if they could. You know, it'd be funny if they could use the kyber crystals from Star Wars.
Different the kyber crystals, depending on the continuity. New Disney fucked it up, but red crystals are all synthetic. The ones that power the red lightsabers are all synthetic, and
I'm aware.
The kyber crystals. The original kyber crystals were all like on one fucking planet.
Yeah, that would be the one of the very, very force sensitive planets.
Yeah.
But yeah, what they do in that universe is, at a certain point in the Commonwealth Saga, there's the main hub of humanity goes entirely post-scarcity. And the way that they do that is they don't have to worry about getting materials anymore, because if they need materials, they just go to one of the other rings of expansion and they go, hey, we made cool thing. You want cool thing? We'll give you cool thing. Just send us resources.
So barter.
It's not even barter. It is, they straight up give tech. It's just their rate of tech development is sufficient that they just export tech in exchange for resources.
So bartering.
Kind of. But not
It's
quite.
bartering with items instead of money.
Well, that is what bartering is. You can barter with both items and money. It's not it's bartering. It's just bartering.
Yeah. Functionally, what they did was they made it so that their resource was information. their currency is information.
Ah,
So it's something that makes sense. It works in the world. They're able to lay it out, and it isn't, well, eventually it's just slavery. No, it is, okay, this is how we develop this shit. Here, you can do that, and we'll give you this new tech. You give us resources. Deal? Deal. Okay, fantastic. Here you go. It's really well built universe. I highly recommend it. I love the series. Humanity is still messy enough that it seems like humanity.
mm-hmm.
And also, it's one of the few sci-fi series that I've ever read where a ridiculous capitalist is a hero.
Nice.
Because normally sci-fi, for some fucking reason, wants to have capitalist evil.
Well, I don't think it's necessarily it has capitalism as evil. Just outdated, I guess.
I would say that a good number of them have capitalism evil. Because think about all the evil megacorps in
Cyberpunk. Well, even then,
of sci-fi.
all right. So the for Cyberpunk, at least for Cyberpunk, it makes sense that the megacorps are evil because they've essentially taken away freedom.
Mm-hmm.
They have their own militaries essentially. They become essentially, you know, de facto governments, and a lot of sci-fi Cyberpunk at least does that. And
Cyberpunk does it, but it's not just Cyberpunk because think about Alien. Because you have the alien is the xenomorph is the villain, is the evil.
No, it's the antagonist.
It's the antagonist, but also the fucking company is also constantly portrayed as a evil in the universe.
All right, okay, all right. Let me, I think I have a finished version of that one. So, Wailing Yutani isn't necessarily evil. Wailing Yutani sees this new thing, this xenomorph, and are like anybody. How can we use this essentially this animal to our benefit? Now, the first guy was played by when Ripley Goes to the Planet, when played by Paul Reiser. He wasn't necessarily evil. He was just a company middleman trying to do the company's bidding while keeping the profile low. Like, we know that these things are on this planet. We need you to go get us a sample. Do what you got to do. Second movie. All right, we see that these things are fucking dangerous. The company sends in a military team to wipe them out. Third movie was essentially the company wasn't even a factor. So until like the end. So again, first movie. Corporate stooge doing with the corporate bidding, who sees an animal that they know is there. The crew is expendable. We just need this sample. So if you can get this sample and back here with it, you get this nice new shiny office in the corner. So technically, Wailing Yutani isn't evil in the first couple of Alien movies.
Mm-hmm.
And even then, even in the subsequent Alien movies like Prometheus and the shit that followed Prometheus, essentially. It wasn't Wailing Yutani that was evil. It was that one android that was evil. Wailing Yutani, his whole thing was, hey, I don't want to fucking die. Like,
you're cutting off a bunch of it. So, yeah, the first few movies, absolutely agree. You're right on those. Subsequent Alien universe material has gone very much into the company's an evil.
Well, in the
The
books, yes.
corporation is evil.
In the books, the Weyland-Yutani is kind of evil in the books, but in the far as the movie verse goes, Weyland-Yutani. Look, they doing what every other corporation in existence has done before. Here's Animal.
But the thing is,
How
that,
you put
again, you're cutting it off at a certain point. Because as the series goes on, subsequent works make it more the company's evil.
Fair enough.
The show has it as the company's evil.
Oh God, don't talk about that horrible alien thing that they made.
Yep.
So,
But-
is anyone gonna also figure out, like, whenever they do these TV shows based off of books or movies, why is it they always get shit wrong?
No, it's not that they get shit wrong. They think they're improving on gold, and they become vehicles to spread the message.
Mm-hmm.
The funniest one, though, is you guys, of course, have seen the show for Harry Potter, right?
Black Snake.
One, rather? Yes,
I made an
Black
entire
Snake.
rant about it, earlier.
You guys know the funniest parts about that?
It changes the context of Harry's father.
Oh,
It
so
does,
many fucking
absolutely.
characters. Because now you have Harry Potter, upon meeting Black Snape, immediately
Hold
thinks,
He's gonna steal something.
yeah,
Or
I
he's evil.
paused for a moment because, like, the first 3 words that I was about to start a sentence with, I had to go, nope, wrong channel, nope, wrong channel,
Yeah,
nope,
yeah.
wrong channel.
All right, so I
What?
have my
Stealing
full
shit.
rant. You want to hear my full rant about this?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. So, it changes the all jokes aside. Snape being black is one of the worst casting decisions I've ever seen in my life. It changes the story completely, adding racial subtext where there isn't any racist implications. In book 1, Harry is immediately suspicious of Snape for stealing the stone. Not only is that Snape has been denied the defense against the dark arts class for a number of years, whether he knows the job is cursed or not is unknown. He's also been told that everyone in Slytherin that is evil, and that's just the beginning of the problems. Snape being black makes Harry immediately seen as a racist, that he's racially profiling Snape and making Snape appear to be just a bad person right off the bat. In book 2, one of my favorites personally, Harry is suspicious of Snape, but he's learning more about the school. There's also actually in book 2, there's really not a whole lot between Snape and Harry, except that Harry does learn Expelliarmus from Snape, which becomes Harry's signature spell, and that's the one that defeats Voldemort at the end. In book 3, he runs into a lot more issues where Sirius Black hates Snape when they were in school together. Snape, Black, Potter, Pettigrew, and Lupin were all major bullies to him. In order to find out more about Harry, attacks Snape and sends him flying in book 3. In book 4, Snape and Harry have a few back and forths because Snape is accusatory of Harry this time around, even though I think Snape did know that Harry was making Polyjuice Potion in book 1 or book 2, but it was never shown that he knew. In 5, Snape suspects that Harry is working with the Death Eaters, immediately giving them information at this point, but also bickering between Black and Snape has also changed because they have to work together and be suspicious of her. Umbridge is questioning Snape, being one of my favorite scenes in the entire series, where she says, "You applied for defense against the dark arts, but you were unsuccessful? Obviously." And it was just a funny scene. When Harry goes into Snape's mind, he sees the Marauders bullying Snape when they were in school, making it seem that James is being a racist, hanging Snape upside down by his ankle.
From a tree.
And under a tree,
Makes it worse.
in book 3, back to book 3 for a second, Neville's worst fear is Snape, the only black teacher.
Yep.
In book 6, Harry finds out that he's the half-blood prince and hates Snape even more for killing Dumbledore, unaware that Dumbledore planned the whole thing the way he was supposed to, and Draco disarming Dumbledore. Jesus Christ, this whole "you're being racist" thing is just, you are creating the situation.
Well, again, look, all right, I speak as a when I say this, I speak as a writer right now, right? When you create a character, you have to think about all the history that goes behind that and why that history is the way it is. You know, if you were to do a Civil War story and you have a black character that fights on the side of the Confederates, it would make no fucking sense.
Well, it would actually. They did have a fair number.
Oh yeah.
Okay, but the context. Just using the context.
Yeah, you'd have to put it in the proper context. You'd have to mention the units that were black units,
and you would have to explain a lot more for it to be believable.
Mm-hmm.
Here's something really funny that most people about the Civil War tier that most people don't know: that black people who joined the Confederacy were freed at the end. The ones who survived were freed at the end.
Yeah. But let me continue with this.
Sorry.
All right. So you there's a whole lot of history you have to explain, and a lot of things you have to go back and recontextualize. So having a racist white man against one of the black soldiers in the Confederacy would be okay, understandable. Now, you got Snape. In the books, they don't hate him because they see him as a countryman. He's one of them. He's
oh my god.
What?
Jen, I didn't even think about that. That's hilarious.
None of these things listed. Where it is?
She said that with the addition of fried chicken, black-eyed peas, greens, and purple drink would be fine. Adding watermelon into the pepperoni blonde flavored beans.
Oh God, Jesus Christ, Jen, you're going to hell.
That's a good one.
Nice.
No. All right, so hear me out, Rodden. You'd have to explain why the things are the way they are. You can't just throw in somebody. You can't. All right, so you can't slot in Miles Morales into Peter Parker's story. You can't do it. You cannot put those two together. You can't pull out Peter Parker and slot him into like the Mary Jane storyline, like him dealing with One More Day. Mm-hmm. It does not. He doesn't fit there. And even though they have same powers and essentially almost not really, you can squint your eyes and say they're the same character. They're fucking not. Now, if you were to pull Snape out and replace him with Black Snape, there is a whole lot of context that gets added to that story that wasn't in the original text. Again, they're bullying the black kid, or they're bullying the dark-skinned Englishman. Well, they're doing their race. It implies that they're racist. They don't like him because of who he is, how he looks.
In the book, the way Harry describes Snape, he describes him as a greasy, long, black-haired, pale man, tall, with a hooked nose.
And you can't, and even that with that description, all right, I can say
he
that
wasn't a black man with a bulbous nose.
But even then, like again, that description, it's like they tried to make Hermione Granger black. Remember that? You can't do One More Day with a black Peter Parker because it involves him not. Oh God, wanted to stay with his woman. Yes, you can't do that. You're right, but
it makes everyone racist. Exactly.
Yeah, and it just like the shit with like her Black Hermione in the stage play. instead of them seeing Hermione Granger, like looking at it from that perspective, all they saw was, oh well, you made Hermione black.
Yep. And there's characters that you can get away with race swapping without changing the character. 2 examples: Nick Fury, Kingpin. Both of them have been done as black, or with black actors, and they were both done well enough that everyone went, "Yeah, that makes sense."
And I've also
Hold on,
I've also
I can explain that in a way, because in the comic books you can get away with like doing minor shit like that, because like look at Harvey Dent and the Batman series. He has this tan, almost Mexican look to him. And the first Batman movie with Michael Keaton, played by Billy D. Williams, and the Batman Forever, he's played by fucking Tommy Lee Jones.
and people got
And it's
mad
supposed to be
about
the same
that. I remember
character.
A lot of people got mad.
No, but it's supposed to be the same character. That Harvey Dent from Billy D. Williams, Harvey Dent, is going to be the same Harvey Dent that becomes Two-Face.
Yep. But that didn't happen.
And you can get away with small shit like that, because technically you're not supposed to see the skin color of the character. You're just seeing the character. With fucking Kingpin, that can also be explained away with the movie universe being different from the main MCU.
Hell, the Spider that was also before the MCU.
And Michael Clark Duncan is a fucking was amazing as Kingpin.
It was
yes,
because they got the important characteristics of Kingpin down.
Yes, they did, and they didn't focus on his race.
Yeah,
no,
Kingpin
they didn't.
Is a slab of muscle.
He's a walking tank.
That is what Kingpin is supposed to be. Kingpin is supposed to be someone who you believe is intelligent and is just muscle but looks fat.
He is a walking juggernaut. Kingpin is a walking juggernaut.
Is someone that is a slab of muscle that looks a bit fat because he does have the strongman belly.
Mm-hmm.
But also, you can believe when Michael Clark Duncan plays a smart character.
Kingpin chucked Black Cat off the Baxter Building.
Yep. The dude is a fucking juggernaut.
Just threw her. Just fuck you.
He yeeted that bitch.
Spider-Man said he's one of the people that he can go all out with. Like, he does not hold back when he fights him.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Because he can take it. Like he can go all out with fucking Rhino because Rhino can take it.
Yep. And it made Michael Clark Duncan as the Kingpin was believable because they got the important parts.
Mm-hmm.
When they had fucking Nick Fury in the movies, it worked.
Until they destroyed his character in fucking Secret War.
Until they destroyed his character. But that's on the writers, not on the actor.
Yeah.
The portrayal in the movies worked. Because, again, Nick Fury was supposed to be this hardened, grizzled badass. And his portrayal was a hardened, grizzled badass. It fucking worked.
But again,
there's times that you can change it and there's times that you can't. But it is getting towards when normally you have to tap out. And there is something that I want to talk about because it is fucking amazing. So I'm going to jump to that topic. Also because we've had a lot of downer topics thus far. We're going to end on a high note. We're doing fucking awesome shit again.
We're going to... We circled the moon, motherfucker. Yeah!
Yeah. We're going back to space. And going back to space in a big way. That's fucking awesome. We're back to the point where people are dreaming about futures again. I really hope that starts telling in the sci-fi Because it used to be sci-fi was a lot of the future's going to be amazing, and then we started going, no, every sci-fi future dystopian as shit. I want to
Yep.
get
We're all
back
going to hell.
to,
Everyone's gonna die. Mhm.
yeah, I want to get back to
Like,
the
we've done
future
that shit to death
going
now.
to be amazing. There's still going to be things because we're still human. There's still going to be problems, but
I wish they did, Jed. I wish they had played Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon as they traveled past it.
I want it to be that we get some of the optimism back.
Yeah, I want to return.
I want some I want some fucking whimsy back. Damn it! I want whimsy back in the world. And for some reason, everybody's going to be a whimsy deficient fuck. That they just want to redo everything, remake everything, make it because it brings butts in the seats and makes money, and then they turn around and blame capitalism and the white people because that didn't make them money enough. And then it just cycle repeats and repeats and repeats.
I think
And they
that
keep fucking doing it. I'm
I
getting
think
whiplash.
that there is a indication that we might be going back to the point where optimism is a thing again when it comes to the future. And the reason why I think that is there was the kid that, what was it, fucking CNN tried to interview at the launch.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just this like little young kid, maybe like 14 at the oldest, that was there, and they asked him like, how does he feel about it? And he's excited. He's talking about how we're going to space again. And they mentioned something. I can't remember what the question was, but it was a question that I was going, why are you asking a fucking kid that? And the kid's response was effectively, did you hear what I said? We're going to space.
Wait a minute. I want to play this. Wait a minute, not that. Let me find it really quickly.
Because that made me happy. That made me feel optimistic again.
Well, I forget the name.
Little
of this
dude
goddamn
was
bot.
excited.
Let me see. Play this one instead. Wait a minute. Let me show you this one.
Trying to find it.
Yeah, I found it. This is one.
It was definitely a success.
Hold on.
Commander, you've rained on my
Nice.
glorious parade. For this, I'm sending everything I've got at you. But I
Tim
won't
Curry.
let you have the satisfaction of catching me. I'm escaping to the one place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism. Space!
I love that. He just, you could see he was laughing at it. He's
I wonder how
trying
many
not to
takes
laugh.
that took.
It probably took a shit ton because he had to die laughing.
What's the
Bang!
matter? Store wouldn't take your stolen credit card.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
I actually did a really good Tim Curry right there.
I loved him in Red Alert 3, in the Red Alert games.
Tim Curry.
Did you know he was in the original Annie?
He was? Huh.
Yes. He was a rooster in the original Annie.
I didn't know that. With
He was
Shirley
very
Temple?
young. Yes.
I did
Tim
not know
Curry
that.
was very fucking young.
It's sad because he looked like he's on his last legs.
Yeah, he's had a few strokes. It's
Yeah.
Yeah, he does not look good,
I
unfortunately.
mean, he's 80 now. He'll be 80 at in about 8 more days.
In a week.
Yeah, I pray to God that he gets there. Like, I hope he gets to 100. I would love for him we lost Betty White at the finish line. She was right there on the finish line. She'd have been 100 in a month period, and we lost her there. And that was a blow. I think Dick Van Dyke will be 100 this year.
He's over 100.
No, he'll be 100 this year. Dick Van Dyke. He is 100. He'll be 101 in the 13th of December. Congratulations, we have a centenary.
Jesus, he's been in a lot of goddamn movies.
A what?
Centenarian.
Thank you.
Yeah, right. Centenarian.
It's a centenarian.
Thank you.
Yep. But yeah, we're going to space again, which is fucking amazing. I love that we're going to space again. I love that we're going to space again with new technology, not just old technology, not just that we're going back in general, but we're going back with new tech. We're going to learn new things. We're going to do new things. This is fucking amazing.
Yep.
He was Oliver. In 1982, Annie, Oliver Twist, or sorry, not Oliver Twist. Well, he was also in that too. He was Annie. It was an Annie. Rooster.
Yes.
He was the devil. He was the darkness in Legend.
Yeah.
That you stumbled and said he was Annie just gave me the weirdest fucking mental image.
I knew it. I knew it was Annie this whole time.
He was
fucking lied to me, Charlie.
Every time I say that, it comes out wrong.
I just pictured him doing the Wilderness Girls, but then shrunk down.
Oh shit, he was in The Hunt for Red October. I love that movie.
Yeah, you didn't remember he was Hunt for Red October?
No, he was Dr. Petrov.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I fucking love The Hunt for Red October. It's a great fucking movie. I saw that when I was in school.
All right,
he played
I gotta get out of here.
He played Captain Hook.
It's time for you to head out, so you want to give your parting words?
If you're passionate about Sanguine, devour him. Don't let Sanguine devour you. And know, Sanguine, if you're hungry, you cannot feed on other people.
If I hunger, I will feast, and you can't do a fucking thing about it.
Don't let the door hit you or the good Lord split you if you want to get out of the fucking country.
Yeah.
He was also Long John Silver, by the way.
He was.
Home Alone 2, Lost in New York.
Yep. But Long John Silver in The Muppet Treasure Island, which was fantastic. And
he was also on an episode of the Batman the Animated Series. Actually, two of them.
I'll leave off with
carries everything.
I have no use for friends who nod as I nod and turn as I turn. My shadow already does that far better anyways. And with that, have a good night all. The zoo is closed.
Night.
Laters.
And now I click this, but it takes a second,
The
so
sh-
suck it!